That is such a great way to end a season. Oh my gosh. Let me start this off. I finally finished season 2 of The Sopranos, and I immediately want to jump into season 3 right now. Like, that was such a good season. The show has been amazing so far. It is such a good way to end a season on the last episode that they had. The entire season, every episode was great. I don't think there was any dull, like any bad episodes. All of it was good. I There's a lot I have. I made a list of all the stuff that I want to talk about or at least mention. Um, First off, I'm making another Sopranos video because I have no idea why, but at the moment of recording this, my most viewed video is me going off about how much I hate Tony's mom, and I have no idea why, but I guess people like me. Either they like me talking about The Sopranos or they like me hating on Tony's mom. Either way, neither of those change. I'm still going to talk about The Sopranos, and I still hate Tony's mom. That's the second point we'll get into, or the second thing I want to mention. She is still a bitch. She does not change. She's she hasn't gotten any for a little bit. They make you think, oh, hold on, maybe she's gotten a little bit better now that she's living with Janice. Maybe she's not as bad. Maybe old age and her dementia is getting to her now. But no, uh, near the end of second to last episode, there are 13 episodes, so 12th. In the 12th episode, um, after after Janice kills Richie, I got to talk about that also. But after Janice kills Richie, Tony comes to help clean up the body, get it away, and then in the morning, you know, the mom comes down. She's like, "Oh, what's all the racket? I heard people coming in and out, and blah blah blah, and I just couldn't move, whatever." And then Tony comes in, like as she's coming down and talking. He's like, "Ah, fuck, god damn it, this bitch." And then, of course, she has something to say. She's Somebody's got to teach kids right from wrong. Kids are like animals. If I wasn't going to do it, who else was? Blah, blah, blah. I gave you everything on a silver platter, and you guys do nothing for me. Blah, blah, bullshit. Whatever. And then Tony's like, are you fucking serious? He He's just completely done with it. He's like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck this. And so he just goes and turns around. He slips on the stairs, and that fucking bitch. She sees that. She immediately starts laughing. She knows exactly what the fuck she is doing, dog. Oh my god. Part of me wants her to be on screen more just so I can complain about her more, about how much I hate her, just so I can feel justified about not liking her. Oh my god, man. Anyways, I'll tell you what. Talking about Janice killing Richie, let's go to that. That is a part that I thought kind of came out of nowhere because it was like an episode or two before. I mean, it had been building up to it. It was like, Junior and Richie and then some other people were like, listen, Tony's fucking us here and we don't like it. We should do something about it. And so Junior tells Richie, okay, go and ask these guys, see if, we can get them on our side. Those guys say no. So Richie's like, yeah, they said no. And Junior's just like, okay, I'm on Tony's side then. Richie's got to go now. And he goes and tells Tony, and it's like, okay, hold on. I can understand that on Junior's part because he's got to be smart about it. He's already on house arrest. He's got the FBI and DEA and whoever else all down his neck, watching him on everything he does. He's under house arrest. I think I said that already, but he's got to be careful. And so he goes and tells Tony, hey, just so you know, Richie and some other guys want to take you out. And not Junior, Tony at first is like, why the fuck should I believe you? And then Junior's like, well, if I hadn't come to you, you'd be dead already, and would, your kids and your wife would not have a father, or your wife wouldn't have a husband. You know what I mean? But he says that, and then Tony's like, okay, and so he goes and gets everyone together. Is like, listen, we got to find a way to take Richie out and get rid of him because he wants me gone. And then just like a little bit later, Janice and Richie get into a fight, and then Janice shoots him, and it's like that's that's really the way you're taking Richie out, like just like that. It kind of makes sense, but it seems like it's a problem that got resolved in a matter of like a couple minutes. It's like we got to take Richie out. Oh, what do you know? Janice did it. Thanks, Janice. What the fuck? That that part I feel could have been done better, or at least do it a little bit slower because it just came out of nowhere. Like, anyways, what else do I have on here? Ooh, multiple people got shot. We'll talk about Christopher getting shot. Dog, I I've been trying my best not to spoil the show for me, even though I've already seen clips and everything. So like, Pussy, I know that Pussy eventually died. I just didn't remember how, but I knew he did. I knew he was going to, and plus I just saw the writing on the wall. And I feel like I've heard somewhere or saw somewhere that Christopher dies. I don't know if he does. I don't know when he does. I have no idea how it happens, if it happens. But dog, he got shot. I thought it was that time. I thought he is at the moment. He's I don't know if he's one of my favorite characters, but I really like him as a character. I think he's a decent character. He's good. But so he got shot by his own guys, by his own friends, associates, I don't know. And why'd they flip up? Why'd they turn on him? Because they were like, hey, we're not getting enough respect around here. We got to do something to show that we're tough, to make our mark and all that, blah, blah, blah. And then they go and shoot Richie? Why? Why do they want it? Not Richie. They want to shoot Chris? Why? Why? Like, why would they pick Chris to go in? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you've been working with him. I mean, I get if they go and ask him, you know, like if there's more work that they could do to build it up, to build themselves up. Chris is just going to be like, yeah, 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 we'll go and do this. Your time will come, blah, 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 blah. You just got to wait. And they've been waiting. They're tired of waiting. Why didn't they go to Richie and ask him what to do? Because, well, no, that's what happened. They, never mind. I kind of answered that question for myself. They're just fucking stupid. And they thought, ooh, let's go kill Richie or let's go kill Chris because Richie doesn't like him. And then we'll go and tell Richie instead of just going to Richie and being like, hey, is there something we can do for you? Do you want us to take Chris out or something? Blah, blah, blah. So they are just idiots. Um, I don't know, but yeah, dog. I thought Chris was gonna die, but luckily he's okay. He's missing a spleen now, but he's all good, so it's okay. Who is not okay now is Pussy. Like I knew the time was gonna come eventually, because of course it is, dog. He can't be playing both sides of the field forever. For one, that is crazy that he just flipped on Tony out of nowhere. I I don't even know why. I don't think we got a really good reason why he just stopped liking Tony and was like, you know what? Fuck Tony. I don't care about him no more. He ain't done nothing for me. Tony's a dead man. So I knew the time would come eventually where something happens to him, where he gets taken out, where he just goes, something happens to him. But it is kind of weird that Tony just like, I mean, it makes sense because Tony like already was hesitant about him. He already didn't trust him. He like took away some of his power. He was like, listen, we don't really talk to you about business. They did that for a while. And then after some time again, Tony started taking pussy like back on business stuff. And then it's like they were okay again. It's like, um, I don't see like I don't understand how they're connecting now or like how they became so close again out of nowhere. Unless Tony was just like playing him and just like, being like, here's a little something to make him think that I'm okay with him or something or that I trust him. I have no idea. But Tony has Tony eats bad mussels or gets food poisoning from the Indian food place or whatever it was. But he gets food poisoning and he goes and he has a bunch of dreams. Also, that's where the fucking fish scene is from. The I'm working for the government, Tony. That fucking shit. But anyways, so that scene plays, and then somehow it just comes to Tony like, holy shit, he's working for the feds. And so, you know, they go and get. I mean, to be fair to Tony, they went to Pussy's house. They all, went there, and then they got him real quick when he wasn't expecting it. They were like, "Hey, get up, get your stuff. We're going out on a boat trip." And then, Tony was sick, but also pretended to act even more sick. And then he went around and actually looked for the wire or for some kind of evidence to prove if, whether Pussy was like actually working with the feds or not. And then he found it. So yeah, that's that's justified. That's a way to clear it up. And then so yeah, they just go and take him out. And what else do I have on here? One more thing. Well, another thing. For a long time, I did not like Janice either. Janice was not as much of a bitch as Tony's mom, but she was close. I didn't like her. Richie, I love Richie's actor. He is such a good actor, but the character Richie is a dickhead, and I, um, I'm kind of glad to see him gone. But also, back to Janice, she was kind of a bitch also. And then in the very last bit of her, when she's when she kills Richie, I'm glad she killed Richie. And then when uh when she calls Tony and has him come over to help get rid of the body, and then Tony and her are talking, she is actually decent. And then when she's going on the bus to go back to Seattle or wherever, she is actually finally fucking nice to Tony and not just like, you know, like playing it up or anything. She's like actually like, thank you for this. And then she still says stupid shit, but you gotta take what you get. Um, Last thing, Tony was kind of stupid for this, but he talks about it with the therapist about giving the airline tickets that he knows are not good, that he knows that the feds know about already because of Pussy. He knows he can't use those tickets, and yet for some reason he goes and gives them to his mom for her to go and use and doesn't think about it for a sec. Again, like I said, he talks to the therapist about that. He's like, why the fuck did I not just sit there and listen for 2 more seconds instead of just grabbing the tickets and giving them to her? I should have known, I should have thought about it. But Anyways, that part I can't complain about too much. It got answered in a decent way. But anyways, with all that being said, I am so ready for season three now. Like I said, I want to start it right now. And honestly, I'm probably going to. So that's that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.